Welcome back. I am your host, Sharonda, and this is Let the Lord Lead podcast.
Soften up the mess, drop it in the water, let the daughter find her image with the rest. She'll be learning how to breathe, spinning through identity reveal.
So, you guys, we are on episode 8. We are on episode 8. And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about spiritual burnout. We're going to be talking about something a little bit heavy. Spiritual burnout is very heavy, okay? When you tired, you are tired, okay? And it's okay to be tired because God is still going to be by your side even though you're burnt out. Even though you're tired of doing all the praying and all of that, God is still going to be by your side no matter what it is. He just wants you to still allow him to be in your life and allow him to lead. It's okay if you're at burnout, but we're going to get right into it. I wrote down some questions that I feel is very necessary to be asked. And so, yes, spiritual burnout it happens, okay? We're not going to act like it don't happen, and we're not going to act like this road is very easy, because the road of allowing the Lord to lead is a tough road, just like I say in every episode, because I have to make it very clear how hard it actually really is. And so when you're actually trying so hard and fighting for so long, there's spiritual burnout. You get tired of doing the same things. You get tired of doing everything, and nothing is changing. So I wrote down some questions that I feel is necessary. And the first question is, what is spiritual burnout? Spiritual burnout, for me, this is how I feel, what I feel like it is. Spiritual burnout is where you are tired of being tired, where you are tired of praying, where you are tired of waiting, where you are tired of doing all of the work and it feels like nothing is happening. Or you're just tired of just being tired, like you're just overly tired, or you feeling like God isn't listening to you, and you keep doing all the work, you keep showing up, you keep on reading your word, you're doing everything that you can, but nothing is happening, nothing is changing, or God ain't even talking back to you. Spiritual burnout comes out from doing so much, having an overload of so many things, and you just tired now you're to the point where you just feel like you're ready to give up, where you ready to not really want to do this no more. You start thinking like, I'm done with this, I'm tired. God, is you even listening? So the other thing on that is, God is actually listening. God is actually watching. God is actually here for you, even though you're burnt out spiritually. God is still going to be here every step of the way, no matter what, because God already knows what it's going to take to be able to allow him to lead fully. So God is already going to know exactly your next moves, or what it is that even caused you to become spiritual burnt out. God already knows all of these things. So it's okay. It's okay to be burnt out spiritually, but just don't let that step in the relationship between you and God, because God is still working behind closed doors. God is still preparing things for you. God is still preparing you for those things. God is still working. God is still doing everything that he needs to do on his end, even though you're at spiritual burnout and it feels like nothing is happening. That's the problem. It feels like nothing is happening, but actually, in reality, things are actually happening. Things are actually moving. Things are actually coming together for you. It may feel like nothing is happening. It may feel like God isn't listening. It may feel like it's just a feeling, because in reality, God is actually doing whatever God needs to do. But it's okay though, if you do have a spiritual burnout, you may start to feel like you're ready to give up, which is, for me, whenever I think that you start to feel like you're ready to give up, which means you're actually about to step into what it is that you've been asking for, right? Because once you put in so much work and you just keep going and you keep going and you keep trying no matter what, and you feel like, I'm ready to just finally give up because nothing is working. That's when I think you're very close to something. When you're very, very close to something, the enemy will try to plant in your head that nothing is happening, nothing is working for you, nothing is going to happen. The enemy will always try to plant in your head in those moments where you are being spiritual burnt out. That's another thing that you have to know. When you are burnt out spiritually, that's when the enemy will try to come in and try to act like things aren't going how you imagine, things aren't working for you, or God isn't working. Just know that when you are at burnout, it's okay. God is still working, God still loves you, and God is still doing the thing that he said he was going to do for you. Okay? It doesn't matter if you are tired. It doesn't matter if you're angry. God is still going to do whatever he said he's going to do. Because if God said he's going to do it, then that means God is actually going to do it. God is a God that is not going to lie. If he promised you something, God is going to fulfill that promise. God is going to do this very thing that he said that he's going to do. Because he said it. And if he said it, that means that's what's going to happen. Now, the problem with that is God doesn't say when he's going to do it. God just going to make it happen, but he doesn't say when or how long it's going to take. That's the problem that we all have. The when and how long it's going to take, and how far, how close it is. So that is the thing. God is going to fulfill his promise to you. God is going to do the things that he said to you, that he said he's going to do for you. But God won't tell you a time frame. God won't tell you when it's going to happen, how fast, how soon it's going to happen. So in that moment of you're waiting for things to actually happen, the enemy will step in and try to plant in your head that things aren't working out for you, when in reality God is working and things are actually working out for you. So spiritual burnout is just coming from you doing so much and just keep going and keep trying to go and just keep trying to go until you're burnt out. God didn't ask you to do so much of that stuff that you're doing. God just wants you to allow him to lead the way, right? So with that being said, just let go. Let go, let God, and God will do it. Because if God said he's going to, he's going to. So that's what I think spiritual burnout is, where you are trying so hard at something and you're just tired. You just keep going and you keep going and you keep fighting and you keep fighting. That's what I think spiritual burnout is. You're praying and nothing is happening in your eyes, You're doing all of the things and things is just not happening in your face. And so, yeah. It's okay though. It's okay because God is right here no matter what it is that you feel. Just don't let that feeling come in between the relationship of you and the Lord, okay? Next question is, what do I think the lesson is in spiritual burnout? So for me, I think that the lesson is in spiritual burnout is God's timing. I really think it's coming from an overload of doing so much that you can do to the point where you're burnt out. So you are only doing all of these things so that you can get whatever it is that you're asking God for. So you're overly working, you're overly praying. Well, I'm not saying you're overly praying, because I'm not going to say you don't need to pray. You actually do need to pray. You need to talk to God. But you may be doing a little bit too much to the point where you are trying to be in control of the timing, trying to be in control of what it is that God said. You're trying to be in control. So I think that the lesson in a spiritual burnout is God's timing, to trust in God's timing, because we all know that God's timing is going to be the right timing for us. Because if God gave it to us right now, we would not do right by whatever it is that God is giving us. If God gave us the promise right now, are you ready for that? Do you think you will be able to actually handle whatever it is that God has for you? Do you think so? If you think you can, but you still feel burnt out, then you're not going to be able to carry what it is that God has for you. So it's all in God's timing, because if it was up to our timing, I promise you, we're going to mess up everything. We're going to do the wrong things. We're going to fail at whatever it is if it's in our timing. See, God is putting everything together for us. That's what I keep saying, in God's timing, because God put the right things in the right places, the right people at the right places at the right time. So whenever he aligns all of those things together and then he finally gives you that promise, that means it's in his timing, which means it's going to work out for you. It's going to happen for you. So spiritual burnout, the lesson in that is to just let go of the timing, let go of the control, allow God to work, allow God to move, allow God to do whatever it is that God needs to do. You cannot do God's job. I can't do God's job. You can't do God's job. Can't nobody do God's job but God. So God is the only one who can be in control of the timing, of the places, the people, the things. Only God can be in control of all of those things. So the lesson within a spiritual burnout is to just let go and let God. Allow God to do whatever God needs to do. Allow the Lord to lead the way that he needs to lead. Allow his timing to be the right timing. Allow God be the main one to allow these things to actually fall into place. Because if you're trying to put everything into place, then it's going to mess up. It's not going to come out how you want it to come out. It's not going to end up how you want it to end. Because if you're trying to be in control and that's not your job, then it's not going to work out. So if God is in control and God is in control of all of the people that comes along with this, or all of the opportunities that come from whatever it is, then it's going to work out just like how God wants it to work out, because God is in control. The lesson is timing. Allow God's timing to be the right timing. Allow God to be the one to do it all. Allow God to do everything, because God is the one that can do it. God is literally the only one who can actually do this. He's the one who can make it happen for you. You can't make things happen for you. You can, but you ain't gonna make it's not gonna end well. Let God do it. Let God make this happen for you. Let him be the one to do it, because if he's the one who's doing it, it's going to work out better than what you even expect. Things are going to be so much better if you allow it to be in God's timing and in God's control, and just let it be in God's hands. It's going to work out if it's within the Lord. That's why you have to allow him to lead. Let the Lord lead. So the timing, let go of control, the timing. You're burnt out because you're trying to do so much and you're trying to control the timing of how things work and how things come and how fast that they actually come. You can't be in control of that when you're trying to allow him to lead. When you're allowing him to lead, that means you have to let go of everything. You have to let go of all of it, because he's the only one who can make it happen for you. Okay, so the next question is, what should you do if you are at burnout? Right? So if you are at burnout, like I just said, let go. Let God do whatever God is going to do. Let God do it whenever he's going to do it, how he wants to do it. All of those things, let go. If you are at burnout spiritually, just stop. Stop what you're doing. Literally stop everything in the moment that you are doing right now. Stop it. Stop thinking negative. Stop thinking about everything that needs to be done. Stop thinking about every single thing that needs to happen right now. Stop thinking about whatever. Let's just focus right now in this moment right now, right? So we're right here. We're in this moment. We're not thinking about nothing. We're not thinking about tomorrow, what needs to be paid. We're not thinking about nothing, okay? Let's clear our minds. Let's bring our focus back to what we need to be focused on, okay? Let's not focus on what's going to happen tomorrow. Let's focus on what's going to happen in this minute. Let's focus on what's going to happen in this moment, okay? Let's not worry about tomorrow. Let's not worry about yesterday. Let's worry about right now, in the moment that you are breathing. God gave you another day, so stop worrying about tomorrow. Let's worry about today that God gave you, okay? If you are right now, listening right now, clear your mind. Don't worry about what is due next week. Don't worry about what is due next month. Don't worry about how you're going to get the money for this or how you're going to do this. You need the job. Don't worry about nothing, okay? Let's just sit here, clear our mind. Let's talk to God. Tell him everything that it is that you are worried about. Allow him to know what it is that you are worried about. Say, God, I am struggling with this. God, I am worried about this. And then let go of it. Okay. Let him know and then let go of it. Okay. Don't worry about it. So once you allow God to lead, you let him know what's going on, and then you're letting him lead from that point on. Okay. You're letting go of whatever it is that you are thinking about. Whatever is on your mind that is so heavy, you take it out of your mind, put it in God's hands, right? Write it down. Tell God exactly what you are feeling like. Tell God what you are worried about. Tell God how you feel. Tell God everything, and then give it to him. Allow him to lead it. Don't worry about tomorrow. Worry about right now in this moment. What can you do right now to refresh yourself? What can you do right now to feel good about yourself? Okay, self-care. Let's do a mask. Go get you a face mask. Put it on. Don't think about tomorrow. Don't think about what happened yesterday. Don't think about what happened last week. Don't think about next week. Don't think about next month. Right now, this moment. Put on a face mask. Sit down. Watch a show. Put it in God's hand. That's what I think you should do if you are at burnout. Tell God, leave it at God. Tell God, leave it at God. Let him know, leave it alone. Let him know, let it go. Okay? If you are at spiritual burnout, you just allow God to lead that. Okay? You tell him how you feeling and let it go. Because once you keep on trying and you keep on trying, and this is coming from me, somebody who is always at burnout, because I keep trying, I keep wondering, I keep worrying, I keep wanting to know what's going on, when it's going to come, how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen. Okay. And that drives me crazy. And so once it drives you crazy, that's when you get burnt out, because you are trying so much, so hard to figure everything out in one day. You're trying to figure everything out in one moment. So what we have to do, and I'm talking to you and I'm talking to me, so I'm going to do this as well. We're going to write it down on a piece of paper, everything that we have been feeling, everything that we are worried about, everything that how it makes us feel, and we're going to leave it into God's hands. We're going to write it down and give it to God. Write it down and give it to God. Okay? Because this is coming from somebody who is always at burnout. I promise you, you're not the only one that's at burnout, because I am too. Okay? So this is the only reason why I feel the need to talk about this, because it's the truth. Once you keep doing everything and you feel like nothing is happening, you're tired. You're tired of being tired. You're tired of trying. You're tired of praying. You're tired of doing all of these things because you're burnt out. Okay, so the only way to let go of burnout is to let's release it. Let's release the burnout. Let's release everything that is on us so heavy. We have to release it. We have to release everything. We have to release everything that we're going through. Okay. So if you're at spiritual burnout, we're going to try to exercise together. And so in every episode, I do an insight of every episode. And in today's episode is, even if you're burnt out, God is still by your side. Matter of fact, God understands your burnout. God sees everything. God knows everything. God hears everything. So God knows that you are already frustrated. He knows you're mad. He knows you're burnt out. And he actually understands why. He's seen all of the things that you are worried about. He sees all of the things that you're struggling with. He sees everything that you are carrying. He knows. He already knows. So he understands exactly where the burnout came from. But our job is to release it and let him have it. Okay? That's what our job is going to be. And that's what I'm going to work on today. And if you see this video today, you need to work on that too. You need to write down everything that's bothering you and how it's affecting you and give it to God. I'm going to do that today as well, because I am at spiritual burnout myself. I be tired of doing everything, tired of feeling. But it's not up to us to carry all of this stuff. That's what we have to understand. It's not up to us. It's not for us to carry all of these things. It was not meant for us to do all of this. So we're going to try these exercises today, and y'all are going to comment and tell me how you feeling, and if the exercise has helped, or if it's something you're going to try, or whatever the case may be. Just let me know. But that concludes today's episode, Spiritual Burnout. It's not always easy to deal with. It's not even easy to talk about. So that's why we're going to write it down. We're going to take note of it, and we're going to let him have it. We're going to let God have it and let him lead. So thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.